Hello fellow hunters, I'm here doing a test. I know now we can't drive around on White Rhine Ridge with the park ranger, but I'm here in the outback. I'm doing a test. If you saw my video, the issue with the park ranger, this is a follow-up. I'm going to equip my vehicle in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm not hunting, I'm just going to show you now. I'm going to restart the map. I'm going to put the vehicle down. I've got to be on a road to put my park ranger down. Just got a call from a kangaroo, but sorry buddy, I'm not playing today. So now, before, when you've had your dog, you used to be able to call your dog with the J key. They've now changed this to the J key to operate your key to put your car down. I haven't been through the keybinds to replace calling your dog, because whilst you haven't got your car in, I wouldn't assume you would be taking your car when you got your dog. But then again, if you've got your dog with you and you want to track an animal, just say you be out hunting. Okay, I know the animals do spook with the park ranger, and it's unethical to shoot them after the park ranger has fled the animal. But just say, for instance, I saw an animal and I thought, yes, I quite like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until it goes back down so I can actually get it and track it like you would do humanely. I'm going to put my park ranger down. And I shot it in the body, and I didn't have my dog with me, but I had a tent with me, like I've got my tent here with me. So I always carry my tent with me. So because I'm partially sighted, as you well know, and if people don't know, I'm partially sighted, I've only got the use of one eye. I normally carry my tent just in case I have trouble finding an animal and I get my bloodhound out. You can then go and track that animal. But what I'm going to do is now, but you can't use the whistle key. If I had my dog with me now and I whistled him, because my car is out, and I pushed the J key to bring my dog to me, say if he goofed around, the whistle key for the J key, which is normally, I know you can use the wheel, but it means I've got to look down with one eye at the keyboard. The J key is a hotkey that I've got, because I've got an actual gamepad that I use, and they're all hotkeyed on the gamepad. So anyway, the J key, I've got to find the whistle key to whistle my dog should he be goofing around. Right, I'm going to get in the car, and I've got a full tank of fuel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive around, and then I'm going to restart the map. I'd like to know what keys we could rebind that whistle key to. If anyone knows, put a comment in the description. Put a comment whether you like it or dislike it. It's up to you. All feedback is good feedback, as far as what I can see. So anyway, there's a present on the floor, so I'm going to quickly whip out and get that present. So anyway, I'm going to drive for a little bit until I'm down to around about 45 fuel. And they still haven't sorted out, if you run out of fuel and teleport back to a tent or a lodge, your vehicle does not refill. So they need to sort that issue out, because you've then got to restart the map. And that's what annoys me. I'm driving along and I want to look over the top of the car, and every so often it will put the car, I've crashed, because the aesthetics have put it down to this mode down here. I want to drive here and I want to stay here. Every so often I've got to use my controller with my joystick, and I've got to pull this back here. It really bugs the hell out of me. And I know you can use the, I've got a different keys on my gamepad, so I'm going to, as I say, and it's done it again. I've had to use my joystick to pull back again. I know I can keep moving around like this by using my mouse, or I use my joypad to look around, and then it won't go back down to that mode, which really bugs the hell out of me. I want to leave it in that position. Also, I'd like to bring it to attention, if you want to keep your car moving, as you can auto walk, you can auto drive by pushing the Q key. I've got it set to something different, so if I push the Q key on the keyboard, it will auto drive. And now all I've got to do is do WASD, forward, back, left, and forward W, left A, D right, and S I can stop the vehicle, but I've got it set on a different thing. So anyway, I'm going to go until it reaches 45, and then I'm going to restart the map. So I've got another present here. So I'm going to drive, right, I've got 45 fuel left now. Okay, now I will have to get a full tank, I would have to take this out of my inventory before I restart the map, and then I'd have a full tank of fuel. Okay, I'm going to restart the map, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to restart the map and reload this map. So there you go, I'm going to refresh. I'm actually going to do single player, and I'm going to go back to Back Bush Rangers Run. I call it the Outback because it's an Australian map to me, and I've always called it the Outback. So I'm going to restart the map. I'm starting at the Copper Hill Lodge. And I'm going to do exactly the same. And the last time I did this, I had no fuel when I restarted the map. Don't be fooled in getting a jerry can and buying one of the jerry cans to get some fuel, because if you do and you use that fuel does not replenish. That's a one-off thing. It does not refill. So if you buy a fuel can, please note that if you use all that fuel in that jerry can, when you actually restart the map or hunt again, that jerry can will be empty and will not be in your inventory. So I'm going to redo it. I'm going to have to go onto a road, because you can't put them on anywhere. You can't put it on here because it's red. You've actually got to physically put it on a road. That's why it's not working in White Rhine Ridge. So there are no roads in White Rhine Ridge because it's a snowy map. So I'm going to put it back down again. I've got my key in my hand. I'm going to have to get in the car. And I'm going to get in the car, and there you are. If you note at the bottom right hand screen, I had 45 fuel in, and now I haven't gone and used a full tank. I have 0. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step out of the car. I'm going to restart the map again, but before I restart the map, I'm still close to the lodge. No, I'm not close to the lodge. Right, so I'm going to walk back to the lodge until I get that house symbol in the bottom right hand corner. It should come back with it. There you are. I'm back at the Copper Hill Lodge, and you get that melody. So now, if you noticed, I had 0 fuel, but when I restarted the map, I had 45. So I'm going to restart the map. I'm going to put my car away. I'm then going to come out of my inventory. Now my car has disappeared from the road. I'm now going to restart my map again, and then I'm going to get my car out again, and I will have a full tank of fuel. So I'm going to do a refresh, single player. I'm going to start at the Copper Hill Lodge. I call it a Copper Hill Lodge. It just says Copper Hill, but it's a lodge because if you have a look, if you click on it, it says it's got the house. So anyway, I'm going to restart the map again. I'm going to do exactly the same thing again. So when they did their launch of the Park Ranger, and they said, and the developer who was alongside, I believe it was, I can't remember it was whether it was Tree Kiwi or somebody else. But anyway, they did say if you run out of fuel and go to any lodge or tent, your vehicle will auto refuel. I'm sorry, but if you saw my last video, I wasn't too best happy. I was a bit angry. I apologise for my outburst, but I'm spending, and people are spending money on this game for the development of the game, because without us spending money on it, the development of the game will not proceed. So right, rant over. Right, I haven't got my car in my lodge because I took it out. Duh. Right, I'm going to put it back in again. So go back to the lodge, push the I key. It might be the I key for you, but it's a different one for me, but we won't go into that. I'm going to put my car back in. Okay, I'm going to restart. And then I'm going to go onto the road. Am I on the road? Yeah, I'm on the road. Right, now, you'll see that I will have a full tank of fuel. Or should have. Unless there's another bug. So I'm going to get into my car. And to get in, there you go. I've got a full tank of fuel. Now, there's something wrong here, guys. In the development team, there's something wrong here. Because this needs to be addressed. As a hunter, I've sunk money into the game to help the development of the game, to help us get all this nice little eye candy and these park rangers and ethical weapons and such like. But when things don't work as they said they should do, then there is something wrong. Now, I have still issues on the forum. I keep on logging on the forum, and I put up posts on the forum about said issues, and all I get, it's a well-known bug. So I'm not going to put this on the forum, because when I do put this on the forum, I get the people on the forum who are forum moderators basically give me a lot of grief. I know they do it because they actually are doing it voluntarily. They're not paid. So when you point something out to somebody and then they come back at you aggressively, which they do, I'm not going to point faces and name fingers, then it's a sorry state of affairs. But there you go. I'm actually going to redo this. I don't really want this. I've not timed this event. I'm going to put this up again. I'm going to drive again until I'm down to 48. Until I've got 48 fuel left, I'm going to then restart it and show you again. I will have 0 fuel. There you go. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to exit my vehicle. Vehicle automatically turns off. I do like this, don't get me wrong. I said I wouldn't buy this. If people know me, I said I would not buy this because I can't see really any need for it, because it's okay for putting in stuff. Now if I go into my inventory and go to vehicle, yes, I can put all my goodies in here and take more equipment out with me. And I can take a setup like a pig barrel or a bear barrel, a tree stand, blah de blah de blah, and put up a setup, or take one down, okay, by taking out my stuff out of my inventory, putting it here, and then swapping it to my vehicle. Okay, I said I wouldn't buy this, but this was a present from me, an early Christmas present from Epic Cloud. She bought me a 6 months license, and with that 6 months license I got this for free, as well as a as well as a hunting tower. So anyway, that to do with me waffling. I'm going to put that away and I'm going to restart the map again. Now 49 fuel. If I get in the car again, just to prove this, I'm going to get in the car again. If you look at the top right hand corner, you've got the wheel, you've got press E to exit, and you've got 49 and you've got the wheel, and then you've got your gears. So I'm going to exit this. I'm going to restart it again, and I believe I will have 0 fuel. So I'm going to do a refresh. I have had issues with the forum, been putting up posts. It says that the forum moderator will have to have a look at your post and it will be put up after they've made a decision. As I say, the forum for me is not really ethical for it. Now I get this from time to time too. There's been an error occurred. There's been no error occurred. So again, I've got to redo this, start this again. Please load. Thank you. I've been playing this game for quite some time and I love this game. But it's like everything. If the game doesn't work, then it gets frustrating, and unfortunately my PC and your PC doesn't come with an airbag because I feel like punching the screen. And when I do put things on the now I didn't take out my car. Now right, okay, I didn't take out my car out of my inventory, so I can put my car down here. Does this class this as a road then? Yes, it does. Oh, okay. So this classes it as a road. So when things don't work, yes, I throw my toys out of the pram, but granted, I've spent money, and I expect other people have spent money on this game. For it not to work is an issue for me. And now I have 50 fuel. So that just proves that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So right, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to drive. Maybe this is a bug which needs to be addressed, but it needs to be addressed because it's bugging the hell out of me. And if it's bugging the hell out of me, guaranteed there are other people out there that are silently putting up with this. And I'm just pointing this out to get feedback from you, likes of you guys who are the hunters, who I expect I probably would have ascertained that you have, like me, helped the development of this game and you've put money in it because you like playing it. And when things don't work, we need them sorting out. Now I get, when there is a bug, I get it's a well-known bug. Well, I'm sorry, if it's a well-known bug, why haven't the people who are the actual creators of the game, who are coders, find out what is the bug and sort it out? Because clearly this is a bug. Anyway, I'm down to 49 fuel. I'm going to restart it again. Probably when I will get, there will be an error occurred again. Start. I mean, if these glitches are not ironed out, the actual game, I can see people getting frustrated with this game, excuse me, and we need to basically be heard, because this is not right. Gonna push the J key again. I'm doing this all for science and all for the likes of you guys, because as I say, these issues need to be sorted. I've got a full tank of fuel, so maybe it was a bug, but yesterday I can tell you I drove and drove and drove until I was empty, and then I teleported to the lodge, and then it sorted itself out. And then all of a sudden, if you saw my last video, I teleported back to the lodge and I was inside the lodge. I couldn't then fast travel to a tent because I'd already fast travelled, and I was locked inside the lodge. So there's no way I could actually hunt again, because I'd have to wait until the cooldown was. And I think we need a lower cooldown, personally. I think 10 minutes real time. I know there people will be out there and they will abuse this, but I think the 30-minute cooldown in time, which is 15 minutes, is too long. I think it should be knocked down to either 5-minute cooldown or a 10-minute cooldown, because I had issues yesterday. Yes, everyone in the development team, I applaud you with the car. The only thing I'd like to point out is I cannot push any button to put my lights on. So if it's early in the morning and I want to put my lights on, I can't put my lights on. Yes, I've got my horn, but I can't turn my lights on. Now, I know they're going to get people coming back to me saying, well, we've not got nighttime hunting. No, but that's another thing. We should have nighttime hunting. Have nighttime hunting from, what I would say, we've got it until 1800 hours. I think we should have it up to around about 10 o'clock. Extend it, and so we've got nighttime hunting, because in the real world, I know this is a simulator, in the real world we have animals that come out specifically at night. So if we have maps, if there are maps that are purely for nighttime hunting, have a reserve. If people want to go out nighttime hunting, they can go out nighttime hunting. If people want to go out in the daytime and they want to hunt from 5 o'clock in the morning to 1800 hours, they can do that. But if people want to hunt at night time, have reserves that they can hunt at night time. I wouldn't mind spending money to have nighttime hunting. I enjoy this game, but as I say, I keep repeating myself like a broken record. I don't like things when they don't work. It absolutely bugs me and chaps my ass, I'm sorry to say. And I apologise if I offended anybody by saying ass. But there you go. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye. Hello fellow hunters, it's me back again. I've just come up with an idea. Right, we've got the J key for the park ranger. This is to do with the previous hunt. Right, I've run out of fuel. Go over to the vehicle. And it says, if I push the W key, which is different for me, you are out of fuel. Check back with the lodge or tent to add to add it to your inventory. Now, I'm not going to buy fuel. They did say if we came back to the lodge, this would refuel. Now, if you push the J key, which is different for me because I've got a key, as I said, I've got a thing. If we had a thing here, now it says tow vehicle. Now, if my vehicle, if I bring up the map, I ran out of fuel over here somewhere. I ran out of fuel here, and I teleported back to the lodge. Okay. Now, if my vehicle was here, and I wanted to bring it back to the lodge, okay, it will come back to the lodge. If I move down here, I'll show you what I mean. So that vehicle is there. I'm going to run some distance. I'm still going to stay in the lodge boundaries, and I'm going to push the J key, and I'm going to say tow vehicle. Now my vehicle goes from where it was, which was over there, to in front of me. Okay, so if I put that down there, I'm still out of fuel. Okay, now developers, I hope you watch this, but probably not. There you go, you're probably off doing things, if we push the J key, now we can locate the vehicle, we can lock the vehicle if we don't want other people to come into it, or we can tow the vehicle. On this wheel, how about if we had another one which would be down the bottom of the mouse with another wheel saying fill vehicle or refill vehicle with petroleum. We call it petrol, you call it petroleum, the American call it gas. So whatever you want to call it, just say refuel my vehicle, and then that vehicle would be refueled. Because we've bought these, or I didn't, I got this as a gift, but if you've bought a vehicle, they say that you've got countless supply of refuels. I just want to point that out. I reckon we should have another thing on this wheel by pushing the J key. I reckon we should have one right down the bottom below the mouse pointer at the right at the bottom saying refuel vehicle. Because as I say, I've drove around here, I've just taken down a setup and I've put up a setup for the goats, and this is good for me because I haven't got to run to a setup, I can drive. But refuel vehicle, be so easy. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye bye.